Hello and welcome to the predictions for the Qatar Grand Prix, the series in which you guys, the audience, can get involved. By following that link that is in the top line of the description, you'll be submitted into the Audience Prediction Championships. So with us heading to F1's first new track of the year, let us delve on into the Qatar Grand Prix predictions for qualifying, the race, and one bold encompassing statement. So how exactly does this series work? By following that link in the description down below, you'll be asked a set of 3 questions. Your top 5 for qualifying, your top 5 for the race, and then one bold statement. Now just a couple of rules regarding all of this. Each of these top 5s are done pre-penalty, so ignore any incoming grid penalties for your top 5 selection. Equally, you can make as many submissions to this link as you like. I always like to make my predictions well before any of the weekend's action starts. But if you would like to wait all the way until the end of FP3 to make your predictions, then by all means do so. I will not be allowing any submissions after the start of Q1, or if there are any sprint races that are popping up, the start of the sprint race. And then equally with the bold statement, that can be as lenient as you like, or it can be as absolutely mega precise as you like. Now, there is a small little point scoring system for these questions. You'll receive 2 points for a driver in the correct position inside your top 5 for qualifying, and 1 point if they are in your top 5 but not in the correct position. Exactly the same is then done for the top 5 for the race, and then 5 bonus points are given for the bold statement, for a total number of points for the weekend of 25. Now, as of yet, no one has scored 25 out of 25. The closest we have had to the perfect set of predictions is 22 out of 25. Could one of you guys be the first to score 25 out of 25 in the remaining 3 races? Now, in a video that gets released on Sunday or Monday, depending on my time available to me due to work, I'll be releasing the results of these Audience Prediction Championships in the form of a summated table, adding up everyone's points for the previous races, and then to make it a bit fair to those who have not entered into every single round so far, an average points for the races that you have entered leaderboard as well. But with all of that out of the way, make sure to follow that link in the description down below. But without further ado, we will now jump on into my predictions and my entries into this weekend's Grand Prix. And we start with my qualifying top 5. For pole position, I've gone for Lewis Hamilton. I feel like this is a fairly safe bet given his fresh engine, and then equally Qatar is a brand new track, so we don't really know who it's going to benefit quite yet. P2, Max Verstappen, for very similar reasons. I don't think the difference is going to be 4.5 tenths like it was in Brazil, but it's definitely going to be close. P3, I've gone for Charles Leclerc. That Ferrari has had a mega upturn in pace in these last couple of races, and it is now definitely clear of the McLaren, so I expect Ferrari to actually have a little bit of pace, and Charles Leclerc has always put in exceptional qualifying performances. Then for P4, I've gone for Valtteri Bottas in the second Mercedes, and P5, I've gone for Daniel Ricciardo. Now that is a very interesting choice for P5 from myself, and definitely a bit of a bold move. I feel like Ricciardo could come out with a decent qualifying. I know the McLaren has sort of had a bit of a train wreck in the last couple of races. It's definitely gone downhill and is no longer as quick as the Ferrari, but I just think Daniel Ricciardo might just be able to pull something out of the bag. But then from the qualifying top 5, we will move on into the race top 5. For a Grand Prix victory, and victory number 102, Lewis Hamilton. And in P2, Charles Leclerc in the Ferrari. P3, Max Verstappen. P4, Daniel Ricciardo. And P5, Sergio Perez. So I think Bottas is going to slip outside of the top 5 for qualifying. Mercedes could end up sacrificing him in some sort of strategy play. And Leclerc is going to get in front of Verstappen. And Ricciardo could end up challenging for a podium as well. Now, I feel like this does need a little bit of explanation, so let's jump straight on into my bold statement. There will be 2 or more safety cars this weekend. That is what I am banking on for this race, and that is why my top 5 for the race is so all over the place, as I feel like Verstappen will lose out to the safety car and Hamilton may not. Leclerc will benefit, Ricciardo will benefit, Bottas will lose out, etc, etc. I feel like it's going to be one of those funky races where usually the fastest car doesn't end up winning. Now, I do feel like the race could be one of those sort of strategic battles which involve a lot of safety cars. We haven't had a great deal of races that have had many incidents, especially in this triple header that we are just about to finish. We had one exceptionally boring race in Mexico. We had an extremely exciting race with only one safety car in Brazil. So I'm hoping for something either in between or just a little bit better than Brazil for Qatar. Which is basically why my predictions are sort of all over the place, with Leclerc beating Verstappen, Ricciardo overtaking Perez, Bottas falling away, Hamilton getting the victory. As again, I just feel I want something to spice up the championship. I know Brazil really did that, but Hamilton has to win these next 3 races. He has to beat Verstappen in these 3, whereas Verstappen just has to finish in front of Hamilton maybe just the once. And that's basically going to be championship over. It's 14 points currently, still awaiting for that Mercedes review to go through at the moment to see if the stewards actually accept it. I don't think anything will happen with it regarding this weekend. I feel like it will come in between the gap from Qatar to Saudi Arabia, which coincidentally isn't even finished building yet, which is a little bit strange. But definitely, as for the Mercedes engine upgrade for Lewis Hamilton, the new engine, it's certainly working wonders for him. But we do know they sort of taper off quite quickly towards the end, but it only has to do 4 races. But you never know, Red Bull may end up choosing to take another engine from Max Verstappen to also have a strong engine performance, just to take that 5-place grid penalty, but to have a fresh engine to challenge Lewis Hamilton with his fresh engine as well. But yes, please do let me know in the comments down below what you thought of my set of predictions going into this Qatar weekend, and then also by using that link in the top line of the description, you can enter yourself into the Audience Prediction Championships. There is equally a second link in there as well to view the database of entries from every single person, so you can check what your fellow peers are entering and what their bold statements are for this weekend. But that is all I've got for you today, guys. I do hope you have enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next episode with whatever and whenever I decide to make it. I'll see you guys then.